Hey, what's going on everyone? Try to Thrive here with some pretty cool brand new Planet Zoo news. So earlier today, a new behind the scenes look at Planet Zoo was released by Frontier. It's not exactly behind the scenes, it's more, yeah it is actually, but they talk about the creative simulation of the game, which is basically most of it. But I have a list of some really cool things that I was able to pull out from this video. And also, first off, I'd like to say I'm sorry I didn't get out this video sooner. I've had quite a busy day. I also had an earlier version of this video, but all of it got deleted. I was pissed. I walked away. And eventually, now that I'm back, I'd like to quickly finish this up. So, there were a lot of things in this really cool, basically, second behind-the-scenes look at Planet Zoo, as we've already had one before, but this one did give us more news. So, it really was really cool. We got to see a lot of people who've been working on this game for many years, or a couple years I should say, were there and kind of gave their opinions, informed us about things we basically already know. But when it comes to actual new things, first off, we saw the game actually, how it kind of works, like in the development of it. We saw, for example, the elephant. It will navigate terrain, and it cannot go up terrain that's too steep, but the ring-tailed lemur can. We also got to see how animals will actually look around their exhibit and make sure that everything is in check, because they're bots, but it all of it together makes it feel like a real animal, as weird as it is, and as weird as it looks within the footage. It's it's important. It really helps you gain appreciation for this game and what these people have been doing to create it. So that was a really cool way. I'm really glad they showed us the behind the scenes of it. That's basically the main behind the scenes. The rest of it's all new things. So first off, next thing is animals remember. So they said towards the end of the video, one of the people there, I don't really remember the names, he said that animals, for example, animals remember. For example, if you have a particular feeder in a certain part of the exhibit, animals will go there regularly and do their thing, eat food. But eventually, let's say you move the feeder, the animals will go back to the original place and look for it, and they're gonna, it's real. Like, the animals are literally gonna remember where the original feeder was, and they'll have to search around and find the new one, and that is incredible. That's just amazing. Animals remember where their feeders are, mainly when you move it. Oops, sorry if you heard that. That was my computer. But anyway, moving on. The next thing is the pronghorn antelope. So just yesterday, I did a video talking about a PC Gamer article that is now deleted, as it did in fact mention and basically confirm that pronghorn antelope will be in the game. It said in the text, it said when you zoomed over to an exhibit, like a dusty exhibit or whatnot, they saw a pronghorn antelope, like a herd of pronghorn antelope, and that is really cool. It's also a fun fact. A really close member to the giraffe, and is the only antelope in North America. But still, so it was basically confirmed for the PC Gamer article, and then, just today for this video, we actually saw a concept art of it. Now, a lot of people are just saying, oh, it's just decoration, it doesn't matter, and yeah, it is, but it just adds more to the confirmation of it yesterday. It's extremely safe to say that pronghorns are going to be in the game. Not only did PC Gamer article basically confirm it by saying they literally saw it, we're already seeing, and if you're looking at the footage of it, the decoration now, if you read the top, it says it is a statue. So it's a pronghorn antelope statue in the works. And for me, with the exception of the dodo, all the animal statues and decorations are literally depicting animals that will be in the game, other than the dodo. As I said, because don't expect dodos at launch, but if we ever do get extinct animals and there are going to be dodos, I think it's pretty safe to say we know what they'd look like. But still, the pronghorn antelope sculpture basically not just adds more to the confirmation of the pronghorn. I would completely expect this thing to be at launch. I think that's awesome. Hopefully American bison will be as well, because they live along each other, and I would love to make a plains exhibit with pronghorn and American bison. That is awesome. So, pronghorn antelope, I love the sculpture, and it's only a matter of time before they officially reveal it. And now we move on to the different themes. So for a long time we've known about the European theme, which they said is going to consist of things like British and France, and I believe there were a couple more. And that's been a pretty big theme. And then also another pretty big thing that we've known about is the African theme. So African, European, it's very cool. But they also showed 2 new themes today. The North American theme. So we saw it, and it was generic. It was cool. It looked like North American buildings, I guess. More like yachts, or no, sorry, not yachts. That's a boat. More like I don't know. I got like mansion vibes from the way that the North American buildings looked. It looked like North America buildings, I suppose. It's the best way to say it, because that's exactly what they are. So North American buildings. North American theme, it's cool. You know, now we got Europe, Africa, North America. We'll used to get things like South America. I can kind of expect Asia. And then the last one they showed was basic. So just like in Planet Coaster, there was like a basic Planet Coaster theme, and the rest of it was like sci-fi and Western and fairy tale and whatnot. Basic. So just like there's basic Planet Coaster theme, there's going to be basic Planet Zoo theme. We saw concept art of it. It was very generic compared to the rest of them. And, you know, I think it's fine. It's just classic, basic zoo architecture and theme and whatnot. I think it's good. Hopefully it won't be the biggest thing though, and I really hope there's going to be at least 1 to 2 more themes to fill our zoos with. I think it's kind of cool though how they're going more of continental themes. I think it's awesome. And yeah, and now we move on to the biggest and most exciting thing about this entire video, which would be the aardvark. Now, at this point, everyone's basically seen it. I've seen it. I was very happy to see it. This was an animal that was kind of out of nowhere. I mean, it was an animal that was not 100% expected, mainly because it just doesn't appear in zoos that often, but eventually. It just, I mean, the aardvark, if it didn't come through at launch, I would have expected it to come through DLC. Still, I'm happy to have it at launch. I think it looks absolutely great from the footage we saw of it. Like I said, very happy about the aardvark. Now, one of the biggest questions right now is, the aardvark is a big digger. Will it actually dig? If it doesn't, I understand why. That would just require a whole level of implementation. And if they don't dig, then that basically, for me, kind of says, hey, don't add meerkats, because I don't think meerkats are going to be in the game. And if they are, they're probably not going to dig like the aardvark. And that to me kind of ruins them, so I'm happy with just not having meerkats. I mean, of course, I love them. I love meerkats. They were actually my favorite. They used to be my favorite animal. I still love them, still. But when I was growing up, I actually watched a show called Meerkat Manor. And just have a lot of fond memories of watching that on road trips and whatnot. And so I grew really attached to meerkats, so I would absolutely love them, but I don't want them to be ruined if they're added into the game and they can't dig, like the aardvark, which, for all we know, the aardvark, these may have been brand new aardvarks to the zoo, and so they haven't dug anything yet, or maybe they really just don't dig. It's hard to say exactly, but the aardvarks look great. Depending on whether they dig I feel like, depending on whether we'll be getting meerkats, but just saying. So this has been a really cool video that Frontier released. I'm really happy with it. I probably missed 1 or 2 things, but those are just some of the bigger things I pulled out. And I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this video. Sorry this was a bit late. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. I will probably not be uploading this weekend because I plan to do 1 more video, actually a Brevard Zoo video, but there's a hurricane. I'm in Florida. And yeah, there's a big hurricane coming. Everyone's kind of concerned, as we all are. It's like my 4th hurricane I've been through, but still, I gotta make sure everything's fine. And I won't, you know, I have plans this weekend, and the plans are to not die. So, yeah. Other than that, though, thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. Or, yeah, great day. The reason I hesitated there is because it's nighttime for me.